Ready for a fresh start? Your happy place is right here on BNC's Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wordlaw.
Awesome!
Where life in the kitchen is fun.
This meal is just rocking and rolling.
Flavorful.
Delicious.
Oh, and Southern charm.
This is my handy dandy.
Yep, she's got all that too.
Boom, and that is that.
And now, your host for Taste of the Town. Here's Marjorie.
Well, hello everybody, and we are going to make some good comfort food today. I got to thinking what would be good. The weather is starting to get cool, and just something that would make you feel good. Chicken and dumplings. How does that sound? Okay. And if you happen to even have leftover turkey, you can even use that and just kind of modify a little bit. So I have a chicken here. I'm going to show you guys how I get my chicken started, my good broth, because really it's all in that flavor profile. You want some depth to that broth. I buy a whole chicken, just like this. And actually, these were on sale. So if you get a whole chicken, you're gonna get a better price usually than one that's already cut up. And because I'm gonna pull it all apart when I get ready to start making the dumplings, I just wanna break this one down enough that it will fit into the pot easily. But if you're cutting your own chicken, believe me, it is no big deal to cut up a chicken. And one day we'll even do that just to help some of you who have not done that before. This is it, basically, and really I'm not gonna worry about all the fat that's on here. I've already washed the chicken because I'm a person, I wash my chickens, okay? But anyway, you want that fat because that's gonna give you flavor as it's starting to cook and everything. So I'm gonna take this over just like this, and we're gonna put these pieces into the pot. So we're gonna get this here. Just get you a nice, good boiling pot and everything. I'm gonna turn this on high, and I'm going to put 3 quarts of chicken stock, but I wanna get my hands washed. For the chicken and dumplings, I use chicken stock, not water. A lot of people will just do water, but I told you I want a nice, flavorful broth, okay? So chicken stock. And then we're gonna use some better than bouillon, and I'm gonna also use some of my chicken granules, an onion, we got celery, some bay leaves, I've got some thyme, cilantro, just things that are gonna go in, and of course my seasonings to make, just that good pot of flavorful broth. So let me shake my stock. Now, if you don't want to do chicken stock and you wanna just do the water and add your flavors, that's fine. Like I say, do what you like, but this is how I make it and what I enjoy doing. So I just have a big bunch of celery. And because I'm only getting all of this for the flavor, I am not trying to worry about, cutting it all up and doing all of that, because actually what I'm gonna do, as you'll see with the one I have done, I'm going to strain that. So all we want out of all of this is just the flavor. So let's put the celery in here, and I have an onion. So I'm just going to take this onion, and we're just gonna kind of cut that up. And we're gonna put the onion in, my bay leaves. For the garlic, I'm just using this minced garlic that I have, only because, again, I'm going for flavor. Since I already had this pot, I'm just gonna use the remainder that I have of this. So normally, of course, if I'm cooking certain things, I want to take and chop up my garlic myself. So what was left in here is really about maybe a good, almost 2 tablespoons, okay, but it doesn't really matter. I just want to be able to get that flavor. And I have garlic that I'm gonna be using with the powder and all that. So we have the bay leaves in here, we have the celery, we have the onion, got the chicken. So we're gonna also take some salt, and you want a good little bit of salt. And I'm gonna have some black pepper. So I'm gonna tell you that was probably about, maybe about, start off guys, say 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and that was probably about, that was really about a tablespoon almost of salt. You know my body, yeah? This is the better than bouillon. So this is the chicken base, and this is absolutely wonderful. And I'll tell you, it just, again, you're going for flavor. So I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna do like I did with the other. I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons, okay? Now, if you say that you don't know about that, try 2 and then taste. And then if you think you need a 3rd, but if you feel like it's already got enough flavor, fine. But for me, I want it to be very, very flavorful. This is my garlic powder. This has some of the oregano. It also has a little bit of sazon Goya in it. But anyway, basically, I just kind of say it's my blend. So I would just put that in there. And I'm gonna tell you that's probably, I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons, okay? Because I gotta have that nice flavor. Do 1 tablespoon of your favorite seasoning. See how it tastes and adjust it to your taste. I have a bunch of fresh thyme. And if you notice, I just took my kitchen twine and I just cut off a piece and I tied it, because what will happen while it is, cooking in that broth, all the little leaves will fall off basically, but the branches will still remain tied. So it's easier for me when I dump it out to be able to just separate that. And then with the cilantro, it doesn't matter, because all of the flavor, the leaves, all of that's gonna just leave a wonderful flavor. You can do parsley, but you guys know I'm not gonna do parsley. Gary Wardlaw does not do parsley, so guess what? We don't do parsley. And then this is going to come to a good boil. I'll turn it down and we'll let that go probably for about 25-30 minutes or so. So here we are. So we're gonna put it here. And let's get all of these pieces. So you can see what I'm bringing out is how you saw me cut up that chicken to put in the other pot. Oh, all this wonderful broth in here, but it's got all of those different herbs. Let's just do this, because it would be just like me thinking I could do that, and then I might have a big old mess on my hand. And y'all do not want to have that happen. So here we go. Let's just strain it in here until I can see here these big old pieces of celery. I'll just put that right on back, because I'm just going to throw away all of this other, different vegetables and things, because I don't need it. I just need the flavor. So we're going to go ahead, get all that done. Here we are. Okay. Oh man, that's good. That's so good. That's so much better. All right, now get the rest of that. Come on. Okay, see, that's really good. All right, so I'm gonna now take and we're gonna pour this back because I like this big pot because when I make the dumplings, I want them to have plenty of room to be able to kind of, expand and to cook and everything. So I've got the chicken going over here. You saw what I did there. I have taken and I have strained all of this broth now. So this is just gonna be nice, wonderful broth. When I come back, we're gonna start working on the dumplings. So don't go anywhere.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw will be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
So we are back. I got things a little bit more organized, but you know what? While you were away, I thought of a couple of things. First of all, you might have remembered when I was telling you guys about everything I put into the chicken to make this great stock. I also, in addition to my Better Than Bouillon, I told you I had my granules, so I forgot to do that. So I'm gonna put like 2 tablespoons, and they're heaping, okay? So I'm just putting 2 tablespoons of just the chicken granules. And again, if for you that seems to be a little much, then taste it and start off with 1 and kind of go from there. But this is looking consistently like the first one I did. So it is smelling good, it's looking good. Another thing is this is cream of chicken soup. I did not have the 10-ounce can. I have this larger can, which is actually 26 ounces. I'm gonna use half of it in one pot. I'll use the other half in the other pot. So that works out perfectly for me. So this chicken is together. I got that pretty much all ready, and I'll keep it aside because I'm not gonna put it in until after, like I said, the dumplings are together. Got the little piece right here. There we go. So let me walk over here and get my hands washed, and then I'm gonna start working on the dough to make up those dumplings, you guys. So let's start on these dumplings, you guys. So we're gonna start, I think I'm gonna do 3 cups of all-purpose flour. So here we go. And with the baking powder, I want a teaspoon. This is gonna be fine, okay? So use that. And I'm gonna use about almost half a stick of butter. And I have buttermilk. And you know what? You're gonna do your milk a little at a time. I have 2 cups in here. I'm probably gonna wind up maybe a cup and a half, but we'll just see. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna add just a little buttermilk. Let's get this started. And you know what I tell you, like when you're making even cornbread and stuff, you want to have your dough where you are gonna have it, kind of come together. It might seem a little sticky initially, but you're gonna put flour on the board. And if it seems like it's gotten to be that you put too much milk, then add a little bit more flour. And if you need to add a little more milk because it's still a little bit stiff, that's why you go a little at a time, okay? Here we go. So this is looking just fine, actually. And that was probably, let me see, just about a cup. And let's just kind of generously put the flour down on the cutting board here. I'm gonna put all of this out right here. Okay. And so now just I'll be probably wearing flour all over this little black jumpsuit, okay? But that's all right. But just kind of knead it in. Don't work it too much because you don't want the dough to become tough. But you want to be able to get enough flour in here so that as you begin to kind of roll it out, you're going to be able to have, it move without sticking to the board and all of that. So here we go. Everybody knows this. Just kind of roll your rolling pin, dust it in flour. And then let's just roll them. And I like to do them maybe about 1/4 of an inch. Have my dough about 1/4 of an inch or so thick. We are going to drop these in kind of one at a time. And let me tell you something else. When you drop them in, try to resist the urge to begin stirring. Because if you do that, what you're gonna wind up doing is starting to break the dumplings apart. Then they're gonna just start coming all apart inside your pot. And then you later are looking for dumplings and you don't have any. So shake your pot, just kind of like move them around. They take about 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so to cook, but try your best not to stir them, okay? I also take your knife, just kind of take your knife, put it in the flour as well, and then you're gonna just kind of start making strips. Here we go, see? Make strips. So now, here we go. I'm just gonna kind of just start cutting like this. Another technique some people do, I just do this because my mama did it. Some people will actually take the whole dumpling, they'll go to the pot, then they'll just kind of break off and drop in. It's not right, it's not wrong. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you, because you might be at home saying, oh, I go to my pot and I do. Well, you're absolutely right. A lot of people do that. So here we go. Look at here. Look at here. See how it's starting to boil now? Look, now I can drop it. We're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. Kind of like I say, one at a time, because you don't want to just go dump them all in because then they'll clump together. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these in. And when I come back, I'm going to have all of these in the pot. And when they are finished, we can just add the chicken, boom. And guess what? It's going to be ready for us to taste. So don't go anywhere. I will be back in a few minutes.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
So guys, the dumplings are done. I have got the chicken already in here and everything looks wonderful. The only thing I decided is that my broth is not quite as thick as I would like it. So I decided to make just a little slurry. I just used some of the flour that I still had, and I added a little water to it. And my last little bit I told you about, we're gonna add some butter. I'm gonna turn on down to low. And this is about half a stick. I'm gonna do like about maybe a couple of tablespoons, so maybe that's not quite half a stick. And we're gonna add that last little bit of flavoring. And carefully, ooh, oh, okay. So get just a little bit more right here. Let me get a little bit of, that is going to be so delicious. And just because you guys know me, I'm just gonna take and put just a little bit of cilantro on that. I guess I need a spoon, don't I? But look at this. Does that not look beautiful? Now, did you notice as I was cutting a dumpling, when you can take your spoon and you can easily just cut into that dumpling and you're not trying to saw it, you know that you did not overwork your dough. you know that it has not overcooked. So let's see. Oh my goodness. This is delicious. This is comforting. This takes me back to when I was cooking for my kids, cooking for my family when I was at home. Oh, my dumplings are delicious, you guys. Again, the key, make sure that you let them cook long enough. I told you, 10 to 12 minutes. Shake that pot, get that broth kind of just circulating and going all over them. Oh. Let me tell you, comfort food at its best. Send me your requests, and if you want to try my chicken and dumplings, I'll get that recipe right out to you guys. In the meantime, like always, I love y'all so much. Thank you for being with me today, and I will see you guys on the next Taste of the Town.
Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wordlaw. Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on BNC and BNC Go.